Hello and welcome back here on my English YouTube channel, and today we are coming back to my Star Wars Naboo MOC project, Naboo under Imperial control, and we are starting by a look of what we did last time. That's what we did last time. We have a big space of 96 by 96 studs here. We finished the building here on the front left side and worked on all the three other buildings once again. Today we want to finish up some more stuff. We want to build more on that building here on the right side. We want to think a little bit about how we can make it more view of Imperial control here in the city. We want to work here on that alley, and we want to add more of everything we already did to push it to the end of what I want to have in the city. Jumping to the next part, you can see I worked here on that building on the right side. I added the next floor, and as always, we do not have interiors in that city, in that mock project, because I really want to concentrate only on the city view, the view of the streets, and all the little storytelling. Interiors are not something I want to include in that mock. It would make it much more complicated, too complicated in my opinion. So I just want to show the outside, the buildings, etc., and all the storytelling outside, like that little scene here with Stormtrooper and Ahsoka. I just added all the parts here on that second floor. You can see it here. Everything is in and outside. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of parts, but we are not done with that building. I want to have it a little bit bigger. So I want to add another floor on top of it, maybe another one on top of it. I'm not sure right now, but it's important to build that building a little bit higher, because a lot of buildings here in Naboo are very high, and I really want to have that scale. Something that's very important for all my mock project is the scale, because I really want a realistic scale in my city, not that normal Lego scale where everything is too small. I want to have the realistic scale between the building and the minifigures. That's very important. So I really want to also include that very, very important aspect also here in my Naboo MOC project. And I think I'm on the right way to build up everything. So we did the next part here, start working here on the next floor. I also added a lot of leaf parts here to make that look, you might know from the movies or maybe from the Battlefield games. It's something that really makes it more natural, more realistic, and adding that lots of greenery stuff here also adds a lot of additional color in the city, not only having that mostly tan combined with the sand green roofs, and so maybe in my case here just light bluish gray floor area, and that green makes it much more interesting, more lively, and I think it's a very important part to add. And while I was working here on the next parts of that mock, I thought again and again that there's something missing, and so I decided to go to a local toy store here, not so far away from my location. As you can see here, I'm at the Lego Star Wars area here, and I just looked at it and wanted to see what I can buy to get that extra part. And maybe that set here, but it was not the best set, I thought. So I decided at the end to use something from the Imperial stuff. So maybe was not sure. I thought a lot of stuff here, but at the end I found that Imperial TIE bomber here on the other side. You can see it here, and luckily it was discounted, not only from that normal price you have to pay, but also we were 20% off on everything here. So I just decided to build or to buy the TIE bomber here and to integrate or to try to integrate it into my city. So I went back home here to my Lego room and opened the box and started working at that TIE bomber. It was very interesting to use something just building by the instructions, not by myself. At the end, I got that very nice TIE bomber. And I think the scale is really good. It's good scale compared to the minifigures and the rest of my mock project. So I thought how I can integrate that, and also I wanted to light it up. That was also a very important aspect for me, because scale and light, these are the two very important parts in all of my mock projects, so I wanted to add it also here. Today's update and every upcoming video about my Lego mock project of Naboo is sponsored by N-Sabers, a cool company creating cool lightsabers with realistic visuals, realistic sounds, and as you can see here, even if I have really practiced my skills, you can see that you're getting a very nice and realistic looking lightsaber. Maybe you want to buy one for Christmas, you get 7% discount, so do some cool stuff with it. Like I already did it in other mock projects or in my big city project, I used the lightning components from Lightmer Bricks, a very interesting, very good company from Australia. As you can see here, all the stuff here just added here. I also wanted to add some lights here from the back here. And at the end, I got that combination here. I have that use red lights at the end. And I think it's a very interesting part to integrate because if everything works out like I have it in my mind, it will be a nice addition to have that view or that feeling of the Imperial occupation here on the Naboo planet. And yeah, just thought about adding it here on top of the building. By the way, you see I also started working here on the roof and added these transparent parts here and also that part here where we can move around it on the top. So I tested out how I can integrate the TIE bomber here. But the big problem is and was that the TIE bomber is kind of heavy. So I really need to integrate it in a good location and really secure its placement so it's not falling down on the city or into the streets, causing some damage. And yeah, that was a very important part. So I decided to add it on the top of that roof. And then it looked like that. Just going a little bit nearer to it, and we can see here on the top, I just added it and I started to work here also on the side of the roof, but on the top here is the TIE bomber. I really like the overall look of the TIE bomber flying very near on the top of that building, but on the other side, I don't know if it's not too much. It's a very big little ship here. The mock itself is just on 96 by 96 studs, and it might be just too much to integrate the TIE bomber here. Especially it's still very unstable on top of here because it's a heavy little ship and I have not the mere opportunity to really integrate it on a very stable base here. But I really like how that parts on the backside, the red lights are in here, and that's a very nice little addition here on that mock project. So for now, I'll just leave it where it is. You can see the cables coming up here, and yeah, as I said, I'm not sure at the moment. Maybe I'm going to remove it later on, maybe not, changing the location, I'm not sure, but for now we have a lot of other stuff to work on. For example, working on that roof here, the missing parts of the roof, and yeah, as you might see, that's a lot of stuff, especially here the roof. I'm using so many 1x2 tiles. I think I bought about 1.5k of these, and I'm not sure if everything will work out at the end, but yeah, just go to the night mode to see what it looks right now after today's update. We did a lot of stuff here on that very big building, especially we are almost done, just a little part of the roof is missing, but we also added that very interesting combination with the TIE bomber on top of it. But as I said before, I'm not sure if I will leave it here, but here in the night mode you can really see that very nice addition of that red light at the end and on the backside of the TIE bomber. Especially also looking up here from the street view, I'm not sure if I should leave it here or remove it once again. That's just for the moment. Maybe, as I said before, I'm going to remove it once again, but that's something for a next or the upcoming updates. That's it for today. We added a lot of stuff. We are not done, but I think we need just some more updates here to finish everything up here on that mock project. So as always, feel free to write whatever you think about today's update in the comment area. And yeah, next update is coming very soon here for my Naboo project. So stay tuned for future updates and bye.